New York. We don't want you. So don't even think about showing up. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, cosmetologist Riquette, actor Tom Poston, and race car driver Bobby Rahal, plus Paul Schaefer in the band. And now, a man who has had one too many cars slip off the jack, David Letterman.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. My name is Dave Letterman. Let me be your video host for the next 60 minutes. Let me ask you a question. This jacket now, does this look rented? Paul, didn't jackets used to be a little longer than this?
And those short jackets are in again.
Are they in again?
Yeah. Shows you hold on to anything long enough, it comes around.
Yeah, sure it does. I hope you people had a nice weekend. I had a pretty good weekend, I guess, and... you know, I've discovered a fun way to pass the time each morning when I get on the subway to come to work. It's interesting. Try this. I guess you could try it on a bus or maybe in a cab, but I try it on the subway. I sit there and I count the seconds it takes until all 5 of my senses are assaulted. It's fun. Da-da-dee. Now, I think this is pitiful. ABC is, I guess they're still in third place. ABC, American Broadcasting, they're third place, are they? NBC, of course, is number 1, and CBS is number 2. And so they had a press release today, ABC did, and they announced that even though they're in last place, they feel they still have the cleanest restrooms of any network. You know, do we, as a viewer, care? Well, there's a man on trial here in New York City for selling someone an unlicensed .357 Magnum. He said that his customer assured him he was an Iranian moderate, so he felt it would be all right to go ahead and let's make that sale. Apparently, late this afternoon, the Iranian arms deal has fallen through, the one that President Reagan put together a couple of weeks ago. So the president, being a man of his word, is going to send the hostages back. I think that shows remarkable... You see, ladies and gentlemen, and that's how we have fun here at Dave's Video Palace. So, look at this lineup of guest stars we've put together for you tonight. Tom Poston from Newhart is with us this evening. And IndyCar driving champion Bobby Rahal is here tonight. And also... And ladies and gentlemen, for me, a woman whose one name says it all, the lovely, the talented Riquette is with us. I'm sorry, she's not here? These people actually are giving the impression that they are interested. Well, I won't.
That they know.
Forgive me, me, because I don't want to cast aspersions inadvertently. No. we all know how painful that can be. Okay. Hal, do we have one of those stupid jingles loaded up? Here it is. Go to our friend Paul Schaefer.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. See, you know, thank you. It really is true, I guess, that the one named left-handed yet.
Not bad, buddy, for a Canadian.
The one. The one named performers are really the biggest, aren't they? They get the biggest reaction when your
Yeah.
name can appear on a marquee in
Frank
Vegas. Just one.
Sinatra?
Frank.
Frank, yeah.
They go with Sinatra.
Yeah, they do use Sinatra, yeah.
They use
Because it could be
Sinatra.
Frank, some other Frank.
But
couldn't it?
Elvis, Liza,
yeah. Riquette.
Diana Ross uses Ross for some
Ross?
reason. Yeah, goes with just one name, her last name.
Uh-huh.
And I, too, go by one name when I'm in
Oh, you
Vegas.
do? When you're in Las Vegas, what is the name you go by, Paul?
Gee, it slipped my mind.
Yeah, I bet it did.
It was so easy to remember, too. It was only one name.
Did you have a nice weekend? You were busy. I saw you on The Tonight Show. I thought you were terrific. Nice to see you back. Hope you had
Everybody
a good
sent your
trip.
regards out there.
Yeah, what are we doing? We're doing the top 10 list later? Later. We're doing it later. Okay, well, let's just get right to the show. We have some wonderful comedy prepared for you folks right here.
Ah.
Just look at it over here. Before we take it apart, look at how beautiful that is. See how nice? This, ladies and gentlemen, this is comedy waiting to explode into your homes. You don't very often get to see it in this formulative stage, but there it is right there. And now let's begin the comedy. Paul, do you have music for this?
Yes, I do.
This is, we call this little segment Supermarket Finds. Actual items found in actual supermarkets.
Supermarket finds, exchanging glances. Supermarket finds.
Okay. You know, it looks so peaceful there, I hesitate to disturb it. Okay, let's go. We think you're going to laugh yourself silly over this. Chances are you're not even watching, though. Da-da-da-da-da. Here we go, an actual item found in an actual supermarket. There you go. This is something called Menudo soap. See? Menudo soap. Yes, sir. Smells like 5 teenagers in tank tops. Right over here. Right there. This lovely comedy lair is where we keep it.
Comedy lair.
Comedy lair, that's
it's
right,
the comedy fortress of solitude. I like to think of it that way.
Or the comedy fortress of solitude.
Yeah.
Here's something, it's the Dar's Easy to Set Rat Trap, as you can see right there. And that little inscription reads, can't poison children or pets. Oh, great, so now I got to buy 3 separate products? See, if you folks responded that way on a psychological profile, that would mean big trouble for your loved ones. Here we have something called the Terry-Tex All-Purpose Scouring Pad, and it reads, buy me and I'll clean and scour, I'll never rust and won't smell sour. I believe this is how Ed Schlossberg proposed to Caroline Kennedy. I think this was the...
Uh-oh.
We don't have music for that, Paul?
Oh, yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is in lieu of entertainment. Hijinks. That was hijinks. That's what that was. Instead of entertainment, you get a little hijinks. Here's something. It's the campground paper plates for cold, dry foods. Boy. Sure makes camping sound like fun, doesn't it? You can use this for the NBC commissary spaghetti. La-da-dee-dee-dee. Sergeant's rubber pimple ball. Mike Scott of Houston was fined for throwing one of these during the World Series, I think. Actually, they didn't make it to the World Series. It was the playoffs. This was also Ed Meese's nickname in high school. That also is in lieu of entertainment. Here we go. Something called Treasure Cave Cave-Aged Blue Cheese. I've struck a vein of cheese! Thank you. The men in number 9 are buried in brie! Run for your lives! Here we have an item called slush spoons. And as you can see, it's a spoon, it's a straw, it's both. Run for your lives! Yep, and it's free. Here we go. We have something here called, it's a candy bar. The President's Lunch.
The President's Lunch.
And the question is, at the White House, what is George Bush's main responsibility? Doc? Doc, did you enjoy that one, Doc? Oh, good. That wasn't a total loss, then. How we doing on time? Huh? All right. Did you see Ed? Did you see Ed while you were there?
Spoke to him briefly.
Yeah. What did Ed have to say to you?
He said he was worried that the contestants on Star Search had too much talent. Try to tone them down.
So they were hoping to maybe get some ringers in there with a little less talent? Good idea. Here we have Cremora non-dairy creamer. There you go. Oh, look, free necklace inside. I think experts agree that if you want really high-quality fine jewelry, go to Tiffany's or look in the containers of non-dairy creamer. Let's see what this free necklace looks like. We'll be getting to it any moment now, I'm sure. Oh, I think we hit something. All right, here's the... Well, you know, this doesn't look that bad, come to think of it. I mean, it's just like the stuff you get on the street. Do you buy your non-dairy creamer on the street, Paul? Well, I can't. The tragic thing is you can't open it, but here it is right there.
There it is.
Well, now see that? You know, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's, you know, I wouldn't be wearing it, but it's, yeah, we all thought it'd be a lot funnier. One of those is... Hey, now there's your comedy helper right there.
Comedy.
See, I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, a younger man would have given up on this joke. But it comes from 5 years on the air. You know where to go, where to find them. Don't throw anything away. We got to remind you about this show we did in... What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
What is it? Huh? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We did a primetime show that'll be on NBC this week, right, Paul? This week, the day after Thanksgiving at 10 o'clock. Now, you can watch this show. It'd be really nice. We're on opposite Knott's Landing or the other one, Falcon Crest. Opposite Falcon Crest, and you know that show's on its last leg, so why bother? Let me put it to you this way. Is 1 hour out of your life going to kill you? I don't think so. So here, who's on our show? It's a film special. Paul and the band and Terry Garr in a video. Michael Fox with the film he is starring in. Diane Sawyer from 60 Minutes also. Jonathan Winters, a very funny man. Chris Elliott from our staff and myself in a little film. That'll be Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, because you're going to be bloated and greasy from all that Thanksgiving food. So just stay there and watch. And we think you'd be glad you did. Okay, we got a great show for you tonight, and it will begin here in about a minute. We'll be right back. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right, folks, our first guest tonight calls herself an international beauty chef. She has mastered the find-it-in-the-kitchen approach to beauty care and is a perfect guest for a Monday night when we just don't care. No. We're only kidding. We're only kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, from parts unknown, please welcome the exotic Riquette. Thank you for being here. Always good to have you on the show. You've been here about 3 or 4 times?
That's correct.
I have a little something for you, by the way.
Oh, he's going to pay me back.
No, this lovely necklace. I hope you enjoy that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Did you see that?
Now, here we go.
That's my
I did not.
You sure did. I love it.
Good.
Would you like to put it on
No, let's get right to the demonstration because a lot of people are interested in what we are doing here tonight. What was that? What is going on here?
Well, I mean, he has a fantasy there, but David, you know, you think that I invented all those things. For many, many years and many moons ago, it all started at the time of Cleopatra. The Greeks, the Italians, the Romans. They never had cosmetics then, so they had to make their own cosmetics.
Yeah.
So today I have something which comes from many, many years ago that used to be a beautiful mouth freshener. And what you do, you know how you spend a lot of money to gargle on something and you really spit it out because it tastes very bad?
Makes you woozy and lightheaded.
Exactly. So I'm going to give you, to get that, hold that for me, please.
Oh, hold that for you, sure.
Please.
So this is from the time of Cleopatra, the Queen of the Nile, wasn't
Exactly.
she?
They used to put some sherry.
A little sherry?
A little sherry.
But is that, what kind of an accent do we have there, Riquette? Is it French?
It is French, but I
okay.
speak 5 languages.
Oh, really? What 5 do you
Yes.
speak?
I speak French, Arabic, Spanish, Italian, English, and a little bit of everything else.
That's very good. Very impressive.
Thank you. Now, this is gloves. See, I studied all over the world, so as a result, I had to learn the language
Well,
to
that makes
speak.
perfect sense, yeah.
Yes. So, this is gloves, and
Some cloves and some sherry.
cloves, some sherry, some nutmeg, and we're going to put some cinnamon, and then we're going to put few
You know, I don't want
drops-
to interrupt anything here, but I can see right down your dress.
Okay.
I know that's an impolite thing to say, but I just thought somebody ought to mention it.
Okay.
Or you
now,
get on a bus later, you know, and...
before you kiss me, I would like to drink that. Now,
Well, I don't want to drink it
everybody-
because it has alcohol in it, and I'll go nuts.
Oh, you will?
Yeah, I'll just taste it and then spit it out.
Please, could
You
you?
just gargle.
And then we can spit it out right in here. Exactly. Now, you've got to admit, it does taste good, right? Because the sherry is an antiseptic. Right. The nutmeg. Now you can kiss me.
Well, sure, I guess. Here we go.
Now, not
Oh, no,
that,
that really is good. I mean,
isn't it
yeah,
really
it's
good?
refreshing. It certainly
So whenever I used to buy all the things and I used to really gargle, am I kiss or that?
No, well, both, of course.
Oh, okay. Now, what we used to do instead of gargling and getting sick, that
Wow,
is
now,
absolutely
Paul,
perfect.
you ought to try some of this. This is really a ha-hoom, one of those.
Isn't it? Now,
Wow,
what,
it opens up your sinuses and so forth.
now, what we're going to do, not that you have any flabby skin or that I have any flabby
No.
skin, but we're going to use some...
How much time do we have here? About 15 seconds, and
Okay.
then she coming back, or is that it? Huh? She is coming back. All right.
So we have
I didn't
some...
go to the meeting today, so I don't know.
So we have some caviar, which is made out
caviar.
of fish. It is wonderful. This
Well, it's
is
not
for
exactly
flabby
made
skin.
out of fish. It's fish eggs,
It's
isn't it?
fish eggs,
Yeah, fish
exactly.
eggs.
So we have some caviar, and we're going to add
This is
some
good.
whiskey.
This is East River caviar. That's...
See, you really don't have to spend a fortune
No.
in the best caviar. Caviar is caviar,
That's
all right?
right.
So for
Eggs are
Sunday
eggs.
brunch, and there is a cosmetic in the market.
When
that-
will this wear off exactly?
Now, there is a cosmetic in the market that out of using that, they can charge $80 a jar. So you put caviar and some whiskey, and then...
Well, why do you even need the caviar? I don't...
Because the caviar is made out, it's oil from the fish.
How are we doing here? Okay, we'll do a commercial and then finish
All
this
right.
up. We'll be right back here, folks, with the internationally famous... back to the show. Riquette is here, and she's showing us how you can make health and beauty aids right in your own kitchen or garage.
That's correct. And in the break, I took off your shoe.
That's right. What are you boiling here, Riquette?
Well, you're going to make your girlfriend her perfume for Christmas.
Oh,
you know how you go out and you spend a fortune on perfume? Well, you can fool her. And for 75 cents, I'm going to show you how you can make a perfume for $40. But first of all, I took your shoes off.
She knows she's really special when you're making her perfume, doesn't she?
That's right. That's right. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing it.
Are you? It smells very nice. Now, you didn't make that.
I sure did.
Oh, you did not.
I sure did.
Well, that smells very nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it lasts. The beautiful part, when that dries, it dries in a cream foam, and then she can put it in here. Also, it's very good if you take a cotton ball, and I really have it right in here. And it really keeps you nice and fresh the whole day. All right?
You may need a whole bale of cotton. Hey, it's a joke. It's just a joke. It's only a joke among friends. Riquette and I go way back, don't we?
Very sure do. Now, during the commercial, I took off your shoes. Now,
right.
I'm going to take off your socks because I'm going to show you how...
Stop it. Stop. We're talking about feet here, all right? Relax.
Okay, we got it. Now, you know how it really gets cold in New York City? Do you all get cold feet right in New York City? What you do is you take cayenne pepper.
Oh, don't put that in there.
Honestly. You can put cayenne pepper in your gloves or in your stockings. And what happens when you put it on, it stimulates, it disinfects the feet. Cayenne pepper stimulates, disinfects, and makes you nice and warm.
All right.
All right? So when you do that, then we can put it right on. David.
Well, it feels like I need to change my socks. Like I've been walking on the beach is what it feels like.
No, you're going to see when you
what
put
do you do for
shoes,
a chest cold?
As a matter of fact, you know, I'm going to show you something for a chest cold and for herpes. Now, if you take the garlic presser...
We only have 2 minutes here, Riquette.
Right. Can you help me? And while you press a garlic in the bowl, I'm going to do something else.
Right.
Just press it in here.
Okay.
I'm going to... That is excellent. If you have children at home, make sure to dilute it with water. If you have a cough, a very bad cough, you mix garlic with honey. You leave it for 2 weeks on a You give for 2 weeks on a windowsill, and what you're going to have...
You leave it for 2 weeks on a windowsill?
2 weeks, honest to God. And every day you add a little bit of honey. This is an excellent anesthetic, stimulant, and at the same time it's an antibiotic. Right. All right? So what you do is they can drink it as a cough syrup, but if you put it on the herpes, wherever you have it, you're going to see it's going to really be a natural healer.
Okay. What else do we have here?
And then what we have
what are you boiling there? We haven't gotten any of that. We have 1 minute left here, Riquette, and we
This is lettuce. When you boil lettuce in water, it contains opium. So if you take it, you see all the things you can get.
It actually contains opium?
Honestly, opium comes out. If you drink that before you go to sleep, honest to God, you will sleep like a baby. And all it is, it's lettuce with water. And if you're nervous or you had a rough night...
opium in there?
In the lettuce.
In the lettuce, right.
Lettuce contains opium. I swear, if you drink that before you go to sleep...
Should I have a little taste now?
A little bit. It's just water and lettuce.
Oh! Oh! It's scalding hot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you, nuts? What's the deal? Having a little fun.
Okay, now if you do that... Now,
yes,
this
sir.
is...
We about done? Oh, we're almost done.
Now, this is raw chicken heart.
What kind of chicken?
Raw chicken heart.
What do you say? What's the first word?
Raw. Raw. Okay, what happens?
Row.
Raw, R-A-W.
Raw, okay.
Okay?
Oh, raw. All right. I'm loaded on opium. What do you want? Okay. Quickly, what do you do with the raw
If
chicken?
you eat every night one before you go to sleep,
Yeah.
it is known as a fact. I took one before I came here. It's known for a fact that you totally glow in a week time.
These will make you glow in a week's
It will
time?
make you, but you have to eat one for a
Have to
week.
eat one for a week. Okay.
Now,
We got to go, Riquette. You want to eat one for the folks to show them how you...
Sure. I love it.
Whoa! All right. Ooh, look at the glow coming off of her, though. Riquette, nice to see you again. Thank you very much for being here. We have to do a commercial, and we'll be right back.
Tomorrow night on Late Night.
Well, well, if it ain't my famous brother.
Nice. That'll be tomorrow. Right on, right on. There's Gabe Preston. It's Gabe. Soon the audience will be chanting Gabe whenever they see Gabe Pressman. He's a reporter for WNBC here in New York, and he's downtown waiting for a ride home, I guess, isn't he? Coming up in this half hour, Tom Poston will be with us, and also Bobby Rahal, IndyCar driver. Tomorrow on the program, Chris Everett Lloyd, a lovely, fine athlete, and blues guitarist and singer Robert Cray will be joining us. Good man, Paul?
Yeah, very hot.
All right. And another installment of Stupid Human Tricks. That will be tomorrow. Our top 10 list tonight from the home office in Milwaukee. By the way, January 1st, they're moving to Scottsdale, Arizona, to a new home office there from Milwaukee. And I think we have a shot of, oh yeah, that's the main lobby. That's Leela Johnson. She is the executive administrator in charge of the move. Tonight's category, top 10 complaints of Trevor Berbick following the Mike Tyson fight Saturday night. Here we go. Number 10, between rounds snack platter, just a bunch of crummy cold cuts. Number 9, couldn't remember whether he was WBC, WBA, or Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion. Number 8, thought he was going to fight Mike Douglas. See, that would be a problem. Number 7, stupid restrictions limited entourage to 100 people. Number 6, couldn't get song Rubber Band Man out of his head. Man. Number 5, hard to find parking space in mall during holiday season. Number 4, keeps confusing himself with Pinklin Thomas and Tony Tubbs. Number 3, fight rules biased against the guy who gets hit the most. Number 2, almost impossible to cash $1 million check at local Rexall. Number 1, the robe he was wearing did not have usual downy, fresh smell. We're going to do a commercial. We'll be right back with Tom Poston and Bobby Rahal. Thank you very much, Paul. I've been an admirer of my next guest's work ever since he was on the Old Tonight Show with Steve Allen. He has since then played a variety of characters on such shows as Mork and Mindy, and he currently co-stars on Newhart as handyman George Utley. Folks, please welcome Tom Poston. Tom, how are you? So nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. You know, I think, excuse me, I think that show that you guys do is very funny. I really enjoy watching it.
You know, I know you don't use writers, but if you had writers,
yeah,
they would like the Newhart show.
No, they do. We all get a real kick out of it. You're very funny on it, and he's a very funny man.
Have you ever thought of selling that space between your teeth? You know, you could get an ad in there.
Like a small billboard or something?
Of course.
Yeah,
you could advertise lots of things.
Okay, Tom.
Okay. Now, if you're mean to me...
No, I'm not going to be mean to you. I started out with a compliment.
I'm going to put on a dress,
Yeah.
and a wig and silk stockings and let you see my legs because you're so nice to the women on the show.
Well, I try to be nice to everyone.
You were wonderful to Mary Fran.
Well, she was very nice also. The woman
she
who
is
plays
very nice.
Bob Newhart's
Yeah.
wife on the show.
Now, I'm gay, so you should be fairly nice to me.
Now, what the hell does that mean exactly?
I know, it's a late night show.
We don't see much of you on other shows besides the Bob Newhart show, and you don't do many talk shows, do you?
I do one show a week. I don't have to do 5 a week.
You're right. You're exactly right. You shouldn't have to do one, and it's a big hit too.
Are you Johnny or Joan?
I'm Dave.
Which Dave?
Dave. I'm the likable newcomer. I'm Dave.
the
That's
tall-
right. Yeah.
The tall
Soon
one.
to be America's most beloved television personality. Thank you.
You're the... I think maybe already.
No.
Soon, but
We
soon.
just, we just get a lovable group of people in there every day. Now, tell me about the time you're on the Mike Douglas show.
Mike Douglas
I'm
thought he
tired
was
of screwing
fighting
around. I'm going right to the heart of these stories.
Well, it was, it was only funny because Mike gets a little bit far away sometimes when he's doing the interview, and he asked me the question, and I started to tell the story, and Mike said, "Really?" And I looked over, and the producer's got a card, and on it says, "Really?" with a question mark. Mike looks over and says, "Really?" And he says,
Really?
"The guy over here's got a card that says 'Really' on it."
Yeah.
And he just said, "Really?"
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a bunch of other funny stories. Idiot cards were an invention, I think, of John Barrymore.
Oh, really?
One of
I
the
didn't
great
realize that.
actors of all time.
Yeah.
But he lost the short-term ability to remember his lines, so he had idiot cards
But
made. and
generally, they don't use cue cards in the film work, do they? Or
No, I don't think so. No, very rarely.
you probably don't use them on your show either, do you?
Occasionally, Bob will appear to be reading the backs of other people's shoulders, and occasionally, if there's a long...
Yeah, very interested in the label of your suit.
Yeah.
And you did a character who was a silent film star. Is this Francis X. Tishman?
Tishman was
Yeah.
on the Steve Allen show.
Right.
That was sensational. In fact, that was written by Herb Sargent, who has asked me to say hello to his mother in San Diego. She lives on a battleship. I've got so many things that I'm supposed to say. This, people must watch this show because you have no idea how many people have asked me. I have to mention...
It's not like we're here testing equipment, you know.
David Merck. These people are really crazy about you.
Well, we like their work as well. Now, let's get on with Francis X. Tishman.
Well, they wrote this sketch. Herb Sargent. Did I mention his mother?
Yes, you did.
And Doug Wyman, and these are the guys that produced the Newhart show, and they've begged me to mention their names and their mother's names.
All right.
He used to do the warm-up for Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, that's right.
I just found her brother told me that. Brother John told me.
Was that right? Yeah, that was a long time
And
ago.
he was very good in it. Oh, God, I wanted to get a clip
Now, listen.
of Mork
No.
and Mindy show so bad I would have paid to get a clip of you on the Mork and Mindy show as one of these latter-day
There are
evangelists.
no more copies of that. That's gone. That
Oh,
was in,
no. I could hold you up for the rest of your life.
that
with
went to the Iranians with the arms. That's gone. That was part of the deal.
You were immaculate
Oh, God,
in that.
no. Now let's talk about the old show. You, Don Knotts. Who else was on the
Louis Nye.
Louis Nye, yeah.
Steve Allen, did you ever hear of Steve?
yeah,
Steve
yeah.
was very big on his show.
Still very big, and I'm a terrific fan of all he was ever doing. Now, did you guys make each other crazy? Was it fun? Was it a lot of hijinks and stuff?
No.
No.
And I was just teasing her. I said, I'm dying to say that. When somebody says, have you ever had anything funny happen to you in the business? And just say no.
Yeah.
One time, Louis and I got Don Knotts a girl for his birthday. And we all shared a dressing room, so we managed to see to it that after the bit we did, we all ran upstairs and pushed Don into the room and then locked the door, held it, so he couldn't get out.
So he's in there with a woman that you guys provided for him.
and Don was saying, "Hi, oh, it's just happy birthday too. Don't do that. Why? I have to change it. I have to go. Oh, no. He did have to change. He did have to do the next skit after the commercial, so he didn't have much time. And it was the weatherman, his famous weatherman, where he ends up with H-E-L-P on the board because he came in, and it was great success. And he came off flushed. It was all live in those days. So he was flushed, and it was great, and so forth. And we're there congratulating him, saying, God, it was great, oh, it was wonderful. And he said, excuse me. So where are you going? He says, I'm going upstairs and finish. So I went, Don, we had no idea. We sent the girl home. She isn't there. And he said, that's okay, I'm going upstairs and finish anyway.
Yes, sir. He's handyman George Utley on the wildly successful Newhart.
God, I had something happen to me yesterday that you wouldn't believe, and I'm serious.
Yeah? Well, let me see. First of all, do we have time for this story or not? I'm sorry, you'll have to come back another time.
You want to look down my dress?
maybe a little later.
Have a quick...
Anyway, come back and tell us that story. You're going to be trouble now, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
We kiss goodbye.
Oh, now stop that. What is wrong with you?
No open mouth.
No, we're not kissing anything. Here, shake my hand.
Oh, don't do that to me.
We'll be back to Bobby Rahal. Okay. Our next guest has had quite a year. In June, this man walked away with the Borg-Warner Trophy as the winner of the Indianapolis 500-mile race. And just a few weeks ago, he capped off the season by winning the IndyCar National Championship. Folks, please say hello to a very talented race car driver, Bobby Rahal. Bobby. Bobby, how you doing? Nice to see you. No, don't kiss me. Have a seat.
All this white stuff.
It's just, I don't know. We've had kind of a messy evening, and welcome to the proceedings.
Thank you.
You really did have a terrific year, didn't you?
Super year.
How much money did you win?
Is anybody from the IRS in the audience?
Probably not here, no.
We won this year about $1.6 million.
And now, you don't get to keep all of that,
Not
though,
all
do
of
you?
it, no.
Yeah, but that's divided up among the team and the car
The
owners?
driver gets a certain percent, the mechanics get a certain percentage,
Yeah.
and the owner is the last guy who gets anything. So.
Well, that's the way it ought to be.
That's right.
How many races did you win during the season? There were, what, 18 on the year?
17 races, we won 6.
You won 6, including
Right.
the Indianapolis 500.
Right.
Is that the most you've ever won in a season?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
And why is it that a one man and one team can dominate a season like that? What exactly was the difference this year?
Well, I think in part Beechwood aging has a lot to do with it. I was waiting for that all day long.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Now, that brings us to this. We might as well get right through this.
This is the
Now,
part.
look at this. You're just like a walking billboard here.
That's right.
Here he is, Mr. Rahal in his driver's suit. Now, do you use all of these things?
Oh, definitely.
All of these products?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Valvoline, you use a lot of that?
In my car, not
in the
personally.
car. All right. Now, Indianapolis, you were running how fast were you going there?
In qualifying, we qualified an average speed of 214 miles an hour.
Yeah. Now, does that make any sense to you? I mean, when you think
If
about
you
it...
really think about it, probably no.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Now, try and describe to me and to anybody else, and I know there's no way you can put into words what that sensation is like.
Well, that's probably the most oft-asked question I get, and it's so hard to convey to people because of the sensation of speed. I think if you can imagine doing about 3 football fields in a second, that's how fast we're going. At 200 miles an hour, you cover 900 yards in a second, or 300 yards in a second, 900 feet.
Yeah.
And amazingly, as you get going, your mind sort of telescopes everything, so it seems like everything's going slowly.
You mean everything still works? You're able to,
Oh,
your
yeah.
body calibrates to that kind of speed?
Definitely.
And what happens if you're going that fast and you have to suddenly stop the car? I mean, I mean seriously, if something...
You get religious all of a sudden.
I would think so, but
there's
I mean...
not much you can do.
But, I mean, what do if you get on the brakes at going 200 miles an hour, what happens to you in the car?
Well, it's the cars have excellent brakes, and it'll stop. But at those speeds, it takes a long time for it to come to a halt. And of course, usually the only reason you're on the brakes is you're trying to avoid somebody, and so it gets busy then.
If you're going 200 miles an hour and you get on the brakes, are you automatically going to lose control of the car?
No, unless you really jumped on them and they lock the wheels up, which...
what about steering at 200 miles an hour? What happens there?
Well, when you're steering the car at 200, let's say Indianapolis.
First, of course, you signal, right?
Oh, definitely. Arm signal for luckily at Indianapolis, it's all left.
It's all left.
None of this or none of that.
Do you dare move the wheel at that kind of speed?
You move it, but it's just a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Yeah. But the automobiles are much safer now than they've ever been, right?
No question about it. Everybody says, "Oh, isn't it dangerous?" And I've never considered it to be so. And I think, frankly, you take more risks walking around the streets of New York than you do than you do driving a race car.
That's certainly true. You know what? You could sell space, advertising space.
We go to the same dentist, don't we?
Do you have fun, or is it all a lot of intense work and hard work and a lot of concentration when you're during the racing season? Are there lighter moments? Do fun things happen? Do you kid around with other drivers? Have you ever done anything that's been kind of silly or embarrassing during a race?
I've done a few things. We've not during a race actually, but I know they have pit stop contests every now and then before races, just to sort of drum up interest.
The fastest crew and stuff.
Well, it's a contest for the crews basically, and there's a lot of money up for grabs at those things. And we were up in Canada at a race, and the day before everything began, they had a pit stop contest, and of course they have a timing light here and one here, and in between those lights are the crew, and you come in and they're supposed to change 3 or 4 tires, and you take off, and whoever gets in and out quick and the fastest wins. And at Toronto, I was so intense on making sure I got into this thing as fast as possible, I went right through it.
Yeah.
And the crew's looking at me, and I'm looking at them like, "Okay, idiot, nice job," So I had to. I told them I'd win the race for them to make up for it.
And did you win that one?
Yes.
There you go.
So I was saved.
Yeah. Do you prefer road courses to oval racing, or does it make any difference to you?
Oh, I prefer road courses. I'm I guess a road racer by education. I think that the place like Indianapolis or something like that is exciting in its own right, especially when you're going that fast. But I think the road courses, physically, they're more demanding, and I think I think the driver has just a little bit more to do with the overall performance of the car.
Yeah. Any thoughts to race Formula One?
Well, actually, I did do 2 Grand Prix a number of years ago, but being an American in Europe in Formula One racing is it's like being the only gay in town or something. They really don't look at you very nicely.
And you know that feeling?
No, I don't. I walked into that one, didn't I?
Anyway, gee, congratulations, and I really enjoyed watching your race this year. It was quite thrilling to see you work. Thank you for being here. This is Bobby Rahal, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.